All right, hi guys. Welcome to class today. It is Wednesday, April 21st, and we are going to start by going over the instructions for your language test, okay? So if you will get out test 14, you can take it later, but I'm just going to go over the instructions to make sure that you understand it. If you want to stop the video then, take the test, and then continue on, that's fine. Or if you want to do all the classes with me this morning and then take your test after, either way is fine, okay? So for test 14, if you'll look at that with me, language test 14, go ahead and get that out. Okay, adjectives. Write the correct adjective in the blank for each comparison. So you are going to take the word that's in parentheses, the adjective word in parentheses, and you're going to have to add something to that. Whether that's a more or a most, E-R-E-S-T, you have to decide that, okay? Then the section on adverbs, we did a section just like this yesterday. It says underline the verb or verb phrase in each sentence. That is important. You need to underline that 2 times, the verb or the verb phrase. Don't forget to do that. Then you circle the adverb and draw an arrow back. And it even gives you the questions there to help you find it. So that's the next section. Turn to the back of the page. Write the kind of sentence using the bold adverb. So write a declarative sentence using politely, an imperative sentence using the word carefully, and then you're diagramming. Draw a line between the subject and the predicate parts of each sentence. Underline the verb twice, the subject once. Then you circle the adverb and draw a small arrow from each adverb to the verb it describes. That's all done in the sentence first, and then you're going to do the diagramming after, okay? So that's your language test, and once you take that today, then your parents can send a picture of that to me. All right, then for as far as spelling goes, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that today. I'm just going to remind you, it would be great if you could do maybe say, spell, say to yourself out loud or to yourself. That would be an excellent thing to do. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, let's not do that, okay? But thank you. I appreciate that very much. All right, sorry guys. Just talking to my kiddos here. We're all trying to do school and stuff here at the same time. So, okay. So on your spelling, I'm just going to encourage you to every day just to do the say, spell, say. And you don't have another section to do for today. You did section 3 yesterday. But the more you study, the better it's going to be, because we are spending less time together in class doing that. And I know you want to make a good grade on your spelling test on Friday, and I want you to. The other thing will be on Friday, I'm going to, on Friday's video, I'm going to actually give you the test, okay? So you'll be getting on to the link there that I send you to take the test, okay? So that's your language and your spelling. Now let's go to math next. All right. So for math, I want us to look at page 285. And I'll go over the instructions for your math quiz in just a second. You are doing page 286 as seat work, and I'm going to have you do a little bit of the 285 yourself to practice averaging, because I want to see how you do on your own. But we're going to look at the story problems together. I have the board here. I'm hoping that you're able to see that a little clearer than when we're on there all together. Okay, so let's look at 285. I'll give you just a second in your math book to get there. Solve the story problems. In the Franklin's orchard, there are 320 apple trees and 86 fewer cherry trees than apple trees. How many trees are in the orchard? Okay, so now you're going to take 320 and you're going to subtract what? Think about that just for a second. Total of 320 apple trees. Mark your clue word, 86 fewer cherry trees than apple trees. So if you are saying out loud 320 minus 86, then you are right. Good job. So we're going to do 320. And we are going to take away 86. Just like that. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, now we subtract. We're going to have to borrow, aren't we? So the 2 becomes a 1. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. Borrow from the 3, make it a 2. This becomes an 11. 11 minus 8 is what? 3. Good. And then 2 minus 0 is 2. Okay, now we are not done. That gives us how many, it says how many cherry trees there are. So now we're going to add the apple trees to the cherry trees because they want to know how many trees are there total in the orchard. So I'm going to erase this because it's a tiny little board, and we're going to add 320 plus 234. See what we're doing there? 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. This gives us a total of 554 trees. That's apple and cherry. Okay? Now let's go to B. If a cherry tree produced 134 pounds of fruit last year, and an apple tree produced 6 times as many pounds of fruit as a cherry tree, how many pounds of fruit would both the apple trees and the cherry tree produce? That is kind of a wordy story problem. So let's look back at it. If a cherry tree produced 134 pounds of fruit last year, and the apple tree produced 6 times as many pounds. So that's your clue word there. Do you see it? 6 times. So you're going to take 134. That's the pounds that the apple tree produced. I'm sorry, the cherry tree produced. And the apple tree produced 6 times that. So you're going to do 134 times 6. Everybody see where we got that? Because it says 6 times. So that's your clue word there for times. Okay? So now we're going to multiply. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Carry the 2. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. Okay. So we have 804. Okay, that's the first part. How many pounds of fruit would both the apple tree and the cherry tree produce? Okay, so we already know that the cherry tree produced 134 pounds, right? And the apple tree produced 804 pounds. So think about that for a second. If I need to know how many they produced together, how many pounds together, what am I going to do, class? I hope you said add, because if you did, you're right. We are going to add 804 plus 134. Okay? Now add that together. 4 plus 4 is 8. 3 plus 0 is 3. 8 plus 1 is 9. Your total here, 938 pounds. And you would put the LB 4 pounds in the blank, okay? All right, now here is my plan. I'm going to do this averaging with you. I'm going to do the first 2 with you. They're a little bigger. And then you, that's 2A and B. We're going to do those all together. And then you are going to do C and D by yourself. And then you can send a picture of that to me for checking, okay? So let's practice the first 2 together. Find the average, circle the answer. So they already have all the add-ins written there for you. Everybody see that? I'm going to put this on the board, but you can go ahead and start adding. 76, 24, 37, and 51. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. Plus 1 is 18. Good? Carry that 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. Plus 5 is 18. Okay, so we have 188. Everyone see where we got that. Now, the next step for averaging, the first step is add. Second step is divide, right? So we're going to divide. What do we divide by? 188 divided by, how many numbers did we add together? Say it with me. 4. So we're doing 188 divided by 4. Okay? 18 divided by 4? 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. 18. 18 minus 16, 2. Compare. Bring down the 8. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay? Any questions there? So we circle the answer. The average is 47. Okay? All right. Now let's go to the next one. B, 89, 55, 105, 75, and 56. Okay. I'm going to erase this. Write this on the board. If you know what you're doing, go for it. 89, 55, 105, 75, and 56. Okay, so we're going to add 9 plus 5. You can say it out loud. That would be good. 14 plus 5 more, 19 plus 5 more, 24 plus 6, 30. Okay, so we're going to put our 0, and we're going to carry a 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. Plus 5, 16. Good. Plus 0, plus 7, 23, plus 5 more, 28. Okay, we put the 8, carry the 2. I'm pretending I can hear you saying the answers. I'm like pausing to wait for you to say the answer, okay? 2 plus 1 is 3. All right, so we get 380. Now, class, what are we going to divide by? How many numbers have we added? Say it. 5. So we're going to do 380 divided by 5. Okay, so 38 divided by 5 would be 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract, that gives us 3. Bring down our 0. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. And our average for the second one is 76. Okay, so you are going to do C and D. Remember, you add first. Notice they have not written the addition signs for you there. So you actually have to write it yourself. Make sure that 153, you keep the place value right. If you want to put the 153 at the top and then the other numbers under it. But the 1 has got to be in the hundredths place. So make sure that you have everything all lined up there, okay? So you are adding, then you're dividing. And then you are doing the next page, which is really more of a fun page. The 286 is multiplying, and then you've got the plotting of the graph, which we worked on a few days ago. Okay, before I end this video, I want to go over your quiz for today that you're taking. So that is quiz 14. So if you'll go ahead and get that out, I'll give you just a second. It's just a one-page quiz. You're multiplying in section 1. You're dividing in section 2. Section 3, you have Roman numerals. And then section 4, you're reducing. Don't forget to find the largest number to reduce by, okay? All right, now the next video that I'm going to do is going to be for health and history. So I'll try to kind of group it like that. We'll do language, spelling, math in one video, and then the second video for the day will be health and history, okay? So if you want to go ahead and take your language test and your math quiz before you start the next video, that's fine. I'll send both the links to your parents so they'll have them, okay? And I'll see you in just a few minutes for health and history. Bye, guys.